What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your Extreme Rules preview and predictions. Extreme Rules is this Sunday live on the WWE Network. And I'm going to say it again. Extreme Rules is this Sunday. You notice I keep on saying Extreme Rules. Sink that in. Sink that in. That's the pay-per-view we are seeing, wrestling fans. Extreme Rules. And now, think of the matches we're getting. What titles Extreme Rules? Not saying that everything on this card is bad, but what titles Extreme Rules to the WWE this year? James Ellsworth being tied up, hanging in a shark cage for the Carmella versus Asuka matchup. Extreme Rules. A tables matchup between Sanity and the New Day. Okay, I can understand that. That's extreme. Extreme Rules matchup between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. Now, some of you are going to say, well, Webby, the match is in the title. The title's in the matchup. Extreme Rules is in the matchup. Let's be honest here. You know what we're going to see in this match? We're going to see a kendo stick matchup between these two superstars. And the only reason why we got Extreme Rules on that match is because Ronda Rousey is going to be in attendance and she's going to interfere. That way, it won't cause like a disqualification or something like that. And Alexa Bliss will still walk out your Raw Women's Champion, some form or fashion. Not sure how it's going to happen, but Extreme Rules, Ronda Rousey interferes. Betcha. And other than that, there's nothing extreme about this Extreme Rules pay-per-view. 11 matches, wrestling fans. 11 matches this Sunday. Now, we are getting to see some superstars pushed that we like. Rusev Day. Rusev going after the WWE Championship as he takes on the phenomenal AJ Styles, which should be main eventing. Probably won't. We all know it's going to be Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns, the Roman Empire. We are getting to see a 30-minute Iron Man matchup between Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. Tag Team Championship on the line. SmackDown. Team Hell No versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Will Team Hell No become the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions? Or will the bludgeoning begin all over Team Hell No? Or will The Miz interfere in this contest? The seeds were planted on SmackDown this past Tuesday. We will find out. And The Miz doesn't have a matchup at Extreme Rules. We will see. Raw Tag Team Championship is on the line as the leader of worlds, yes, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. They defend their titles against the B Team, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Does anybody care about this contest? We're going to be going over it, but does anybody really care about it? No, not really. This is a type of matchup that should be on the pre-show, not the tables matchup, which a lot of people have been criticizing and griping about. That being on the pre-show. I, for one, kind of agree with to a point that the tables matchup shouldn't be on the pre-show, but I understand why it is. We'll be going over that as well. Finn Balor, Smiling Finn, takes on Baron Corbin. All that plus so much more happening on Extreme Rules. First off, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a subscriber. We are up to 130 subscribers. Thank you for all the love and support that you give on my YouTube channel, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you are not following me on my other two websites, do so at 2007 Webby. Much appreciated. Go back and watch anything you've missed this week. Raw and SmackDown live reviews. Tomorrow, what's hot in the world of professional wrestling, episode 8. One of the topics we're going to be covering is Raw reached one of its all-time low records last Monday. A 1.73. That's one of the topics we're going to be covering. That plus so much more tomorrow on that episode. Tune in. And of course, the review of Extreme Rules this coming Sunday, immediately following. Now, Extreme Rules this Sunday. First things first, the tables matchup. Sanity versus the New Day. Good rivalry for Sanity, the first rivalry. New Day, one hot tag team that you can start with because of all their credentials. Did the same thing with the Wyatt family and all that stuff with the Wyatt family compound. This would be great for Sanity. Sandy, I see going over here. I understand people being upset with it being on the pre-show. Look, it's a tables matchup. Why wouldn't you put the tables matchup on the main show? It gives something extra extreme for the main show. That's what makes sense, especially since the main show doesn't have that many extreme things to it, quite frankly. And you could put something that people really don't care about, like Baron Corbin and Finn Balor, or the Raw Tag Team Championship matchup on the pre-show. Because quite frankly, nobody watches the pre-show anyway. So I understand people being upset about that. Now, in WWE's defense, which I do not defend them that often whatsoever, Sandy hasn't been up on the main roster that much. So the main roster, as far as fans are concerned, haven't been exposed to them that much. Put them on the pre-show, I get that. And plus get them exposed by the Facebook and YouTube audience as well, because the pre-show is on those two websites also. But does anybody really watch it? No. And of course, they're trying to get subscribers out there for the network because it's a tables matchup. Whatever the case, Sandy will go over the New Day at Extreme Rules. Raw Tag Team Championship is on the line. The Leader of Worlds takes on the B Team. B Team has been on the roll ever since they broke away from The Miz. And quite frankly, they will lose at Extreme Rules. I don't have anything else to say about it, and I'm sure a lot of you out there really don't care about this matchup. You're glad that Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel are not just floating around jobbers, losing to everybody right now, and they have something on Monday Night Raw that's keeping them busy right now. But does this match really mean anything? No. The leader of worlds will go into SummerSlam that has something of more importance, I am sure, than the B team. United States Championship is on the line as Shinsuke Nakamura takes on Jeff Hardy. Shinsuke Nakamura, we are all in agreement, should have gotten the WWE Championship at least once since he's been in the WWE. Whether it was a short or long period of time, he should have already been a WWE champion. He has not. Now, there's no doubt in my mind this coming Sunday at Extreme Rules, he will capture the United States Championship away from Jeff Hardy. These guys are going to have a good matchup for us wrestling fans. Wouldn't surprise me if they had another matchup at SummerSlam, quite frankly. But Nakamura and Jeff Hardy will put on a great contest. And at the end, Nakamura will become the United States champion at Extreme Rules. SmackDown Live Women's Championship is on the line as Carmella defends against Asuka. With James Ellsworth in a shark cage. I've said it before and I'll say it again. They're going to more than likely recreate Chris Jericho pulling something out of his pants and shoving it down, dropping it down the shark cage where Kevin Owens retained the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble over Roman Reigns. I think more than likely James Ellsworth will try to do something like that, and it'll either backfire on Carmella or Carmella will retain the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. It's a toss-up. More than likely, I don't see Asuka winning at Extreme Rules. I just don't. I see them going with Carmella here. I hate saying that, but Carmella is going to win. And quite frankly, a lot of people are saying Asuka versus Charlotte. I think they might go and do that match anyway without the Women's Championship. They might. They're doing Bayley versus Sasha Banks without the Women's Championship. And SummerSlam is an extra hour longer than if they do it the way the pay-per-views usually are these days. SummerSlam is an hour longer than the usual B-level pay-per-views. So, if that's the case, wouldn't surprise me if they did something like that. Keep that in mind, wrestling fans. SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship is on the line. Team Hell No taking on the Bludgeon Brothers. Somehow, some way, the Bludgeon Brothers will retain the Tag Team Championship. Whether Daniel Bryan and Kane lose by a pinfall, 1, 2, 3, whether Daniel Bryan and Kane get beat up by The Miz, in which the Bludgeon Brothers gets disqualified, somehow the Bludgeon Brothers are walking out the tag team champions still in the WWE. because I do not see Team Hell No getting championship gold. I don't see that lasting and going into SummerSlam. I can't see it. This reuniting of Team Hell No, it's not lasting more than a month. It's not. So everybody that's like this nostalgic act, here's to you. I mean, it's been a little entertaining, but I don't see it going any farther. Intercontinental Championship is on the line as Dolph Ziggler. I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world. Come on. Versus Burn It Down. Seth Rollins. 30-minute Iron Man matchup. Look, every time these guys step inside the squared circle, these guys put on an instant classic. We've seen them go 30 minutes before. Except it was televised. It was commercialized. So it was full of commercials. And yeah, that was it. And we had to not be able to watch all of it. The question is now, is Dolph Ziggler's reign going to end? And is Seth Rollins going to take his Intercontinental Championship back to Monday Night Rollins? Because on one coin, you have the Universal Championship in the wing. Okay? And as much as everybody wants him to be in the Universal Championship title picture, with Brock Lesnar having it and Roman Reigns in the wing of that, and then Braun Strowman just floating around waiting for SummerSlam to cash it in, which we all know that's going to happen, and he's going to walk out the Universal Champion because it's the only way people in the Barclays Center is going to be happy in the main event, because we all know what Vince McMahon's going to put on, because he's not going to stick Seth Rollins in that main event. We don't. If that's the case, Seth Rollins does not need to be put there because of everything that surrounds Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns and the Universal Championship. Since that's the case, something needs to happen where this rivalry continues till SummerSlam. Whether Dolph Ziggler retains the championship in some screw finish and they put on an instant classic, or Seth Rollins gets his IC championship back and they go to SummerSlam and Dolph Ziggler gets his Intercontinental Championship rematch. Whatever the case, this rivalry needs to continue because it's the best thing on Monday Night Raw. It is what has kept us invested in Monday Night Raw for the last month. Do it. Best thing I can tell you. It has not been Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns that has kept us invested. This has. You need to do something like that. Everybody says Jason Jordan's cleared. Rumored that Dean Ambrose is cleared. I think Deluxe Man said that if Seth Rollins doesn't retain or regain his Intercontinental Championship, that's a direction that they could go in. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. That would be a good matchup. for SummerSlam, but I don't think they would bring Dean Ambrose back for SummerSlam. I think they would hold off on him and wait for that big surprise pop for the Barclays Center on Raw the next night. As far as Jason Jordan, yeah, I can see something like that for SummerSlam to build it up a little bit. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Now, as far as Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns is concerned, real simple, real quick. No one likes this rivalry. No one cares about this rivalry. No one cares about this match. I hope Pennsylvania tears this match apart. I really do. There is no way fans will be happy with this matchup. None. And that's about all we can say about it, because this match has been so forced, it is not even funny. Not even funny. They have been shoving it down our throat. How many times was it advertised this past Monday? How many times was it advertised on SmackDown? We even had it advertised on SmackDown. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. Okay, Vince? It doesn't need to go on last. Because if you put it on last, I'm going to tell you, you're going to go off with a bad ending as far as the fans' reaction. I just see it. And lastly, because I don't see any reason in going over Finn Balor and Baron Corbin. Finn Balor and Baron Corbin is a nothing rivalry. Finn Balor, be victorious. Smiling Finn, be victorious this Sunday. I hope you are. Last, what should be on last? AJ Styles taking on Rusev Day. Thank you, WWE, for this 1 month that you are giving us of Rusev Day being in WWE Championship rivalry picture. He has looked strong. The only complaint I ever had throughout this entire rivalry with Rusev in it was that he beat Jeff Hardy last Tuesday on SmackDown instead of beating AJ Styles. So it kind of makes it look like AJ Styles can't be beat. It's the only real complaint I have. That and the fact that this hasn't been pushed as the main event spot on SmackDown. Team Hell No has. Which is understandable. I get why. Because it's Daniel Bryan and Kane's nostalgic in 5 years big push. But WWE Championship and you're trying to give a first big push for the WWE title of Rusev, you should give that the main event push on SmackDown. Whatever the case. Rusev, go out there and have a great outing against AJ Styles. Do a fantastic job. Have a knockdown, drag-out affair. Show the people in the back that you are main event caliber material. And that way, when another spot is open, hopefully we can have a happy Rusev Day. And you will become a WWE champion someday. But for now, at Extreme Rules, AJ Styles is going to retain the WWE Championship. No doubt in my mind about that. And that's your Extreme Rules preview and predictions. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell for all notifications. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I will catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.